Welcome to Talking Heads on USA Global TV, starring the one and only wonderful Dr. Jacalyn. It's a prestigious place where world-class influencers and experts meet, and where you'll find the most trusted advisors and coaches for all things in life and business. Visit usaglobaltv.com to sign up for our newsletter, get the value you need, and be first in line to learn about events and giveaways and other valuable content. Connect with us. Email Dr. Jacalyn at usaglobaltv.com to talk about how you can become part of USA Global TV. That's USA Global TV, where the doctor is always in.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. I'm Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. I am the founder and president and officially the chief listening, I can't even say it, the chief listening officer here at our channel. I just had our operating agreement change yesterday, so I'm super excited. Our show today is The Listening Mentor. What can you expect? Lots of education and some entertainment today. My co-host and friend is here with me. She is here every week. She's joining us from London, where she was literally sweating it out, but for goodness sakes, it's cooler today, and she's able to join us. Welcome, the Harley stress expert, Heward.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you. Looking very radiant.
Oh, thank you. And you too.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to see you. And I've got something special prepared for our show today. I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited to hear more.
And I want our audience to know that you and I have nothing scripted.
No.
You have no idea what's going to go on today, and I have no idea where it's going to go. So it's actually a lot of fun, and I feel like it's a really good, authentic exchange of experience and dialogue. I really enjoy doing the show with you.
Oh, thank you. I do too. And I never know what I'm going to be faced with, but it's always interesting and fun.
Well, as you know, we're using role plays for us to be able to look at other people's behavior and realize that at some points that's probably our own behavior, and how can we address it. But before we watch today's role play, get into today's exercise, I'm going to spotlight you and for you to share how you help people bust their stress and what it is you do as the Harley Street stress expert.
Hello, everyone. I literally help people bust their stress by identifying root cause of their problems. So whether it's physical, so physical ache and pain, emotional, or mental, mental in terms of depression, anxiety, stress. So however you are suffering your stress, and if you're not sure, it's whatever you're complaining about. And literally in a 30-minute free online Zoom consultation, I will identify root cause, and it'll be root cause of when it first originated, and it will literally bust through your experiences of your symptoms and give you an incredible night's sleep. I've been doing this work for it's 22 years now, and I literally do what I love, and I love what I do. What I guarantee is an incredible deep relaxation during the call and an incredible night's sleep.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Today, we are going to, first of all, look at a role play, and then we're actually going to do the exercise ourselves. And then we'll look at a second scenario, and then we will do that ourselves as well. How do you feel about it?
Oh, yeah. Bring it on.
All right. Here we go. Now, this first role play, I want to say, is by two actors. So I want to thank them for their professionalism and for their volunteering to do this to help other people. So again, remember, it's a role play. You're going to see their names. This is not actually them as people. It's them as actors. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then I'll tee up the purpose of this role play. Okay. The purpose of this role play is to look at people's body language, and is their body language matching up with what they're saying? Why is this important? We'll discuss it after we watch this. Let's take a look.
I am always happy. I am always happy. I am always happy. Happy I am.
Okay. What do you think about that, Caroline? Is he really happy?
It doesn't look like it to me. It looks a bit forced to me.
Okay. Okay, so he doesn't look happy too. All right, let's take a look at the next one.
I am always happy. I am always happy. I am always happy. How happy I am.
Now what do you think about that?
She's trying to be.
So you felt she was happier than he was?
I thought she was nervously happy. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but it was quite funny because she was looking around and to see what other people I think were sort of thinking about it while she was trying to be happy. But it felt like she was trying and nervously trying to be happy.
Okay, I like it. Now, before we have a discussion about what we just saw, you and I are going to do this little exercise, but we are going to say out loud, I am always sad and angry. Okay, so I will start. I am always sad. I'm always angry. I'm sad. What do you think?
I think that's the furthest thing from reality that it could be. You're genuinely happy, and that looks happy, and that sounds happy.
Okay, so do you see the purpose of the exercise before we go on to you? That sometimes we say things, but our body language is saying something else.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know how much you love to sing. So it's your choice. You can sing or speak. I am always sad and angry.
Right. I've got to tee up for this. Actually, I've already started. I am always sad and I'm always really, really happy. I mean, I can't do it. I am always really sad and angry, which is why I seem to be laughing, because it's just not true.
See, you
even do it.
Your body, you couldn't even do it. You couldn't even. Yeah,
I was even shaking my head because the words were not matching. You know, I was laughing because I just couldn't say it. The body was just saying something else. You know, so it was literally shaking my head while I was laughing and saying, oh yeah, I'm sad. So it's the body hasn't learned to lie. The body actually always speaks the truth. Even no matter what we say, the body never ever lies. It's always speaking our truth.
Absolutely correct. All right, I want us to take a look at the role plays again we just saw. And again, remember, they are role plays. Let's look at the body language, and hopefully I can go back. Hold on. Here we go. Let's look at the body language and see any traits that would convey happiness. Here we go.
Thank you so much.
I am always happy. I am always happy. I am always happy. Happy I am.
I am always happy. I am always happy. I am always happy. How happy I am.
Okay, now I'm just going to point out a couple things that I picked up the second time around. Alex is sort of like bebopping around and he's looking up, and I sensed a lightness. Even though he's acting, I still sensed a lightness. Claudia's stiff. She's standing almost robotic, and her head's sort of a little forward, and her eyes are shifting around. So, what do you take away in your area of expertise, Caroline, from what I just shared?
Yes, looking up is where the one side is that they're accessing a memory, so they're remembering So they're trying to access a memory of being happy, which is why the eyes go up. And the stiffness, yes, that's absolutely true. It's almost like she's the rigidity of saying what she's saying but not feeling what she's saying is the rigidity that's coming out in the body language. And yes, I take on board that Alex is lighter. He's definitely doing his best to be lighter with his head kind of, sort of wiggling backwards and forwards. So yes, I do take that on board. It was just that the sound just felt like it was a bit forced in terms of he was trying to sound happy, but and that's why they look up for the recollection of being happy.
Yes. Definitely. I agree with you. So why is this important? Why are we looking at body language? Because our show is about listening. What is the connection between listening and body language, Caroline?
Everything, because we have 2 ears and we listen and we see, because sometimes we don't say the truth because we've learnt to be economical with the truth or say things that are totally not true, but the body doesn't. So that's the sensory acuity that I think it's 80% of our communication is non-verbal. So if we are communicating in a non-verbal way, it's important to take in that non-verbal communication as well as what people are actually saying. So it could be something like, I really want to come to your birthday party. I had a really great time last time and I'm really looking forward to your birthday party. So I'm saying something that sounds genuine, but I'm doing this. And so if you were looking at me, you would know for sure I wasn't coming.
Yes. Outstanding. Thank you. All right, we have another exercise we're going to watch, but before we do that, I'm going to do a couple of things, and I want you to tell me what you're taking away from it, okay? I'm putting you on the spot here. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, you got me the book. I can't believe you got me this book for my birthday. I have been waiting for this book, Timothy Titus Terence O'Toole and the Dragon, and you got it for me. Thank you. All right, what did you take away from that?
You're really happy. You were really happy that I got you the book, that specific book, and the book that you really wanted, and you were thanking me.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Second exercise. This is what you got me for my birthday. This book that I published myself, I have like 40 of them. And this is what you decided to give me? Yeah, I really like this book. Thanks a lot.
You didn't like the gift. It was insulting. The gift was an insult because it's something you did. And so that's what you didn't say, or what came across was that it was an insulting gift because it wasn't a gift at all.
So we have one more that we're going to do, and then I want to have a discussion about it. And there's a reason why I'm doing all this. So let me see what I can get for the next thing. Okay. You ready? You got me a gift for my birthday? Oh my gosh, it's a Sharpie pen. It's a highlighter. It opens. It's actually 2 parts to it. I really like this a lot. Thank you. Okay, what did you take away from that?
You were doing your best to say thank you. You gave me all the right cues in terms of what you said verbally, but you didn't look like you liked it. So you said you were saying all the right things. It was a bit like I shared just now, the birthday thing. So all the right words were there, but the physiology, the looking down, the sort of trying to find something. Well, the top is in two parts. Just felt like it was you were doing your best to find all the good things about it, whilst you were showing that you were really not very happy physically in terms of your facial expression.
Excellent. And by the way, I didn't realize that we wouldn't be able to see the Sharpie because it's yellow. So the reason why I had us do this exercise is because as we are experts in listening and we hone our listening skills, we need to use our eyes also. We need to read the person's body language so that we can be fully understanding of what's going on with them. That doesn't mean that we change our policies of providing solutions, interrupting, judging, all of those things, but it's an awareness. Are the words and the body language matching up?
Many times people speak and they're saying one thing, but their body language says something entirely different. And so it's ever so important to look as well as hear. And because many, especially, the polite nations like the British, the English, are very polite. So we don't like to say no straight away. We don't like to say we don't like something because we don't want to offend the person. Our physiology, our gestures, and our facial expression will show differently. So it's very important that we are seeing and listening at the same time, because that's what we call active listening. Active listening is not only listening to the words, it's actually looking and seeing everything that is there.
Yes, it is. Thank you. Okay, one more exercise, and then I promise we'll go to the clip. So you are going to repeat after me, and you're going to see how it feels in your body, and I'm going to see how it feels in my body. Okay? I am really happy.
I am really happy.
I'm mad. I am so mad right now.
I'm mad. I'm so mad right now.
I'm really happy. I'm so happy right now.
I'm happy. I'm so happy right now.
I'm so sad. I just feel heartbroken.
I'm so sad. I just feel heartbroken.
I'm so happy it's Friday.
I'm so happy it's Friday.
Yay. We had to end on a happy note. Okay, so when we were giving the positive emotions, sharing the positive emotions, how did it feel in your body?
This is a really good exercise because I felt like I was going up and coming down. I felt like when I was saying I'm happy, I was feeling good. And then when I was saying I'm sad, I felt not so good. It felt like my energy dropped. And when we finished off on the I'm so happy, with our arms out, that felt good. It felt like, oh, I'm so glad I'm here. So yes, our tonality definitely changes in terms of our frequency and our vibration of how we're feeling.
Thank you. And just to take it one step further, when you're in person with someone, or you're even answering a phone call and someone starts off like this, hello, Caroline, versus, hi, Caroline, how do you react to either one of those? Hello, Caroline.
Well, I'm going to take the happy one first because I'm just being like that. If somebody greets me with, hi, hello, Caroline, and it's really happy, sometimes I actually say, oh, that's a lovely hello. Thank you very much. That's lovely to be received in that way. And you're obviously having a good day, as opposed to the first one. I know that they're not happy. I know that they're angry about something, because that tonality sounds angry or upset or frustrated about something.
Now, what if I said to you, hi, Caroline, thank you so much for coming into my office today. I'm so happy to see you, and I want to let you know that you're fired.
Oh, gosh. That didn't I didn't see that one coming.
Okay, or this. Caroline, can you come to my office right away?
Then I'd know, well, I would actually say, I might even say outwardly, what have I done?
Now,
You know,
if you're
what's up?
delivering bad news to someone, should you deliver it in one of those two ways? Somewhat fake or somewhat direct or somewhat not obvious or obvious?
But that's a really good question. A really good question.
That's why they keep me around here. You know what I mean? No.
I've been fired, city fired. You know, not because I did anything wrong, just that they were stripping away all the senior managers, and it was a let's go up to HR, and I said, oh, is this the way you're going to fire me? Is this what my boss felt? And I remember, you know, being in corporate and feeling like that. And it was very serious. He was very glum. He was, my boss was very straight about it. And I think that if he was sniggering and smirking and laughing, I would have been quite angry. So I feel that the professional way that my boss did say, we need to go up to HR was right, because there was doom and gloom. I was expecting to be fired because they were just stripping away all of the middle to upper management, and I knew I was next in line. So it was expected, and I was ready for it.
So the tonality of the voice and the behavior that was commensurate with what the final outcome was going to be, you would like it to be all in alignment. Is that your personal opinion, or it's also your professional?
Definitely professional. Personal. It's a good question. If somebody wanted to have a serious conversation with me, a friend, then you know, and it was a personal situation, family, I would prefer their tonality to be in alignment with the conversation, because then that is how it should be. You know, we shouldn't be happy-go-lucky when we're delivering bad news. You know, that wouldn't, you know, that just doesn't, that's not in alignment. And we're not being authentic if we're being happy but delivering bad or difficult or sad news.
Okay, thank you. So there's no buttering up, so to speak. We're not going to say all kinds of nice things and then rip the rug out from underneath them.
Well, you know, that's an interesting take, because certainly the British do that. They don't like to be straight out. I've spent more than half my life with Americans, so I'm fairly direct, I've been told. I've had one of my neighbours actually say that I was rude. And I says, no, I'm just asking some direct questions. That's not rude, that's being direct. And, you know, it's about money. We need to be direct. But he took it as being rude. And so that was interesting, because that made me aware that being direct can sometimes appear rude. But then I've spent more than half of my life with Americans in training. So my persona is quite direct. And I prefer that. I prefer, because then you know where you are. If somebody's buttering you up and going around the houses, you don't know where you are, or where, you know, sort of what's coming next. You know, you'll end up with a curveball that you weren't expecting.
That's so true. And sometimes we ask a question and we want an answer, but we don't actually get the answer. Sometimes the question, let's just think of a question in a personal relationship. Do you still love me? That's a yes or a no, right? Yes, I do. No, I don't. But what might we hear? Well, when I first met you, this and that. And then when this had that. No, it's a yes or no. I'm very much like that. Tell me the answer to the question. But people take us round, over, and beyond. Now, what do you think the reason is for that?
It's because they don't.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
I call them yes in English. I don't know whether it's the same in America. We have something, a behavior that is, they say yes, and then there's a but that comes afterwards. I don't know whether the Americans do this because they're so direct, but certainly I consider it a very Britishism that somebody will say yes, but, And then they will give all the explanation as to why things have changed, which is where you were going with that. Or they'll say all the nice things, and then they say, but, and then all the things that aren't working out. And I call them yes, butters people, the people that are saying yes, but, which means no.
And I agree with you totally. And to me, when I hear all of those niceties, I know the but is coming. So we could really save ourselves a lot of time if we were just direct in answering the question. That doesn't mean that we have to be disrespectful, but it also means giving the person the information they need instead of trying to dance around it, because the bottom line is it's still going to hurt anyway. So it's almost like ripping off the Band-Aid. Let's rip it off right away, as opposed to peekaboo, how are you doing in there?
It's a very big British-ism, that we do that. We don't like to say no straight away, and we don't like to hurt the person. So it's a very common thing to go around the houses and say all those nice things. And there is an understanding almost that the person's expecting the but, it's going to be bad news. And it is, I don't know, is it the same in America? Do you do this kind of buttering up and then say no afterwards? Is that something that happens, or are you just direct and say no?
Well, I think in every relationship I've been with a man, it was always like over here, over there, here. Just give me the information, yes or no. So I try to be, I'm not trying. I'm either doing it or I'm not doing. I think I am direct, and I like when people are direct with me in a respectful manner. So if I say to you, would you like me to make dinner? That's yes or no. It's not, well, we could do this. No, yes or no. So I'm a little, I don't know. I don't feel like I have time to waste dancing around, playing around with answers, when the bottom line is we're going to eat dinner, aren't we? So.
I just love the Americans. Is it yes or no? When it's a no, and people want to not upset you, they will go around the houses because they don't want to offend you. And I feel that that's where that behavior is coming from, that they don't want to offend or upset you. So that's why all this nicety, which still ends up being a no. Whenever I've asked the question, I've spent maybe, half an hour, 40 minutes on a call with someone who's made an inquiry for coaching. And I turn around and say, would you like to make a booking? And then they'll go around the houses. And I says, well, I think that was a closed question, yes or no? I just need to know, would you like to go further? And would you like to make a booking? And then I get another explanation of something. And I says, well, I guess that's a no then. Because when you're asking a direct question that only requires a yes or no, the people that are going around the houses with all those explanations is probably because it's a no.
Yes, I agree with you. And I think that when we're answering a question like that, do you still love me? The answer we want probably is a yes. And by prolonging it, we already know it's not what we want to hear. But you keep pushing it and dragging it out. Just tell me you don't love me anymore. I get it. So that was just an exercise. Thanks for doing that with me. And now we're going to take a look at an exercise that I did with Madeline Chan, our friend Madeline Chan, who is wonderful person. Please reach out to her. She's on the Film and Music Show. So you actually did this exercise during our course, The Power of Listening with Music, Breath, and Voice. So we're going to take a look at this. And then if Caroline will be so courageous, we'll have you do the exercise as well. How do you feel about that?
I wonder what's coming up.
Let's take a look.
Hey, Jacalyn.
Hey.
Do you remember that little nursery rhyme, Incy Wincy Spider?
I do.
Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. And Incy Wincy Spider climbed up the spout again.
All right, I'm stopping it here before you see my performance. And I just want to share the reason why we're doing this is for you to find, you at home, you wherever you are, to find a way that you can bring out your positive energy with a singing affirmation. And we're going to delve into this in future weeks, but I want to leave people with something positive to try at home. So let's continue. You can watch me make a fool of myself. Here we go. I do. I kind of use that for positive affirmations, actually.
You do? I'd love
Yes.
to hear it. I'd love to hear it.
Not as many verses, but okay, I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'd like to be like Oprah and give away free cars, help lift other people up one day at a time, bring in sunshine and heartfelt joy to all. The inky dinky spider does not have it all. I always say inky dinky spider.
You did well. That was really good.
Thank you. And I didn't have a script or anything, but I left that feeling happy and feeling fulfilled. So you just take a nursery rhyme, 3 blind mice, whatever it is, and you change the words to something that's important to you, something that makes you feel uplifted. So what was a favorite nursery rhyme for you, Caroline?
Oh gosh, there were so many. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, but I can't remember it all.
So let's just work with that. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. So if you take those words and change them to the same beat, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. What's a positive affirmation that you have or something that you want to put out into the universe?
Oh, I think I'll do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
Okay. I told you there was entertainment today, folks. Okay. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Okay, let me hear it.
Oh, I wonder what you are. That's much more in alignment with my thinking.
Okay.
So one of my main things is to create world peace. So gosh, how am I gonna? This really has put me on the spot.
Okay.
I'm even thinking about changing it again. But I'm not gonna. So twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I'd love to create world peace, and I'm doing my very best to do it. So as long as that twinkle, twinkle, little star shines so brightly, we're going to have our world peace.
Yay!
That was really, really putting me on the spot. OMG, and this is going to be there forever.
How did it feel?
Well, a little silly, a little liberated, a little bit, my gosh, I did it.
All good things.
On the weekend, I did some training, and something like this happened in sort of this way. And just before lunch on the second day, we were given a board to break. And I looked and I said, no way. You know, the last time I did some board breaks was 2007. You know, it was a long time ago. I was good for it then. But, you know, this was kind of 15 years later-ish. And I thought, I'm not good for it now. You know, I did it then. I don't want to do it now. I don't need to. And they handed out the boards to everybody before lunch, and we all had to do it. And I kind of hobbled up as being like the third person. And I wrote on the board, because it was something we were going to break through. And we all have our little things that we don't feel that we've got everything, you know, we don't feel that we're confident about everything. And one of the things I put there was, I'm not enough. And that would encompass all sorts of things, you know, that I want to break through. And I wrote it on the back, and the tutor took it and he looked at it, rolled his eyes, and he says, come on then. And I went to chop the board the first time and it didn't work, you know, it just went into nothing, you know, it just didn't happen. And so he got me to position myself, and he says, just look at this as if you're going to You're going to go through it, and you're going to actually go right through the board and hit me. And it just sliced like butter. And even though it was really big, and it was just last Sunday, it was really, really big deal. I felt like I'd broken through something major, something massive that is going to impact my life forever. And so doing something like this, when you know during the course that I wasn't too keen on doing any of it, I'm literally breaking through all sorts of things right now. So thank you for the opportunity. But it just felt like that I thought, oh no, I can't do this. Oh no. And the more that I protested, the more it was there for me to do. And I did it anyway. And it's kind of feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's what I've done tonight. And that's what I did on Sunday.
I'm very proud of you. I thought when I told you live that this is what you're going to do, I was going to ask you to do, you were going to say, I don't want to do that. But you did it. Yay.
I would have done. I would have said, no, Dr. Jacalyn, let's not do that. And maybe this is my week of test, my week of come on, what are you going to do? And I don't think I did it very well. And at the same time, it was feel the fear and do it anyway. And that's where we are today, that there's lots of things that are changing, lots of things that are uncomfortable and we don't know where we are. And so when, things are shifting in the world, as well as in our careers and our personal lives. And I feel that I'm being given opportunities to break through some things just like everybody else is. So thank you. And what I will do is I'll perfect that to some point privately. So if you ever ask me again, I will have it.
I will. And so remember, there's no grade. It's just an exercise for us to feel lighter and be like a child again and not be judged for what we're putting together. So when you think about the song that you're going to work on, if you can take all of the words and change them. So there's no more twinkle, twinkle, little star. It's whatever you want to change it. So with mine is, I want to be like Oprah, blah, 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 blah. So do you see what I'm saying? That I took the original words and replaced them. So you did a great job. Thank you. And thank you to our actors and also to Madeline Chan for the role plays today. I absolutely love role plays. We need more role plays. So if people are interested, we will be filming them, I think on Sunday, Caroline.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Sunday. So, okay. What else did I want to discuss? What did I want to discuss? Caroline has a course that is available. Why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah. There is a course on the chakra psychology. So it's an introduction to chakra psychology. And it is also a chakra activation. I'm looking very briefly and introducing the 7 major chakras, which are related to the 7 major glands of the body. And there is an experiential journey of learning more about them and experiencing an activation of each of those chakras. So it is a short and succinct healing journey. It is a meditation, and it is an opportunity to find out more about how your mind, body, and spirit is connected, and what happens when there's an imbalance, what happens to our mind, body, when there's an imbalance. It is a 30-minute course, and it is an eye-opener and the beginning of other courses where we will look at each of the chakras individually, where there will be much more depth. So it is the beginning of a journey with the chakras.
Thank you, Caroline. And I think we'll also be hosting them on my website, drjacalyn.com. But for people who want to go to Thinkific, you know this better than me. When they go to drjacalyn.thinkific.com, how do they actually access the course? So I can put it up here.
So it's Thinkific. I think the link is Dr. Jacalyn /Thinkific. So you just need to put the link there for people to get to, and then all the courses are on that page, and you can sign up to any of the courses that are on Dr. Jacalyn's page. That's it. That's the one. So if you click that link, then you will find all the courses, and mine is the chakra psychology course.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And also, Caroline, you have your 30-minute free opportunity for people. I know you shared it before, but I'd love to have you share it again.
Yeah. I'm offering a free 30-minute consultation, which will literally bust your stress. So whatever you're complaining about, whatever is not working for you, whether it's relationships, whether it's a recent bereavement, something you're angry about, something that's stressing you out, whether it's a sleep problem, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or behavioral, it doesn't matter. It's whatever you're complaining about. Reach out to me on my email, nomorestress@live.co.uk. Give me one sentence about what you'd like help with, and then we'll find a space and a time that works for you and for me in terms of your diary when you're available, because this is a global audience, and I'm living in London. So then we'll hook up either by Zoom or Skype, whatever is more convenient for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun today, entertaining and also educational.
You really cut the biscuit. The cookie crumbled today.
What will I come up with next week? I don't know, but
I'm fearing for my life. Well, I managed to keep going. Thank goodness.
Well, my original plan for today was we have a young actress who is going to be joining us, and I was going to have you and she do a live role play, but that didn't work out for this week. So I'm glad we had fun doing what we did today. And also thank you to Alex and to Claudia and to Madeline for being in those role plays.
Always wonderful. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday too, to do more role plays and to the meditation.
Absolutely. I look forward to it as well. All right. I'll see you then. Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you. I mention this all the time because it needs to be mentioned that we continue to grow, and it's because of you following, because of you listening, because of you watching, telling other people. It really means a lot to me and to everyone here who is just interested in helping change one life, helping inspire one person. So if you'd like to be on any of our shows, please go over to our website, usaglobaltv.com, and you can book in your session. We do have something new, which I'm going to share. We have now the ability to be a guest co-host for one show. And someone actually signed up for this, which I'm very excited about. So we will create a graphic that is pertinent to whatever it is you want to discuss. You can invite a guest and you don't have to sign a contract. It's just for one show and you can see how you like the experience. The other announcement is we have a new show. My first radio show, my first TV show was called Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn. And I had it trademarked and then I stopped using it because we continued to grow and we're USA Global TV now and radio, of course. And I decided to bring it back. And it's now a show that I host. It hasn't started yet. It starts next month. And it's a show about nothing. So, for example, Caroline is booked in. She'll come and join me. They'll have no topic, no script. It'll just be like two people in a virtual living room having a conversation. So if you're interested, you can go ahead and book in for that. It's open to everyone and anyone. And finally, our courses, as Caroline mentioned, she has a course over on Thinkific. This is the course that I host myself. It's the Power of Listening, foundational courses. It's actually one course now. It's 2.5 hours. And I have a special offer for anyone who's interested. You can go over to Thinkific and you can actually use the code LISTEN, LISTEN, and you will find very nice savings. And here is the banner for that. It's the Power of Listening Foundational Certification course. Use the coupon code LISTEN for savings. And you can get certified and join my elevated listening team. Okay, that's all I have for you right now. We'll be coming back in a few minutes with Loving Longevity, followed by Pet Psychic Amina. Thank you again for being here. I hope that you found this valuable, and I hope that you learned a lot from it. Bye, Caroline. See you later.